Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Santana Monteroso. I am the CalFresh Outreach Coordinator here at CSULB. And today I'll be showing you how to utilize our webpage to apply for CalFresh using our unique CSULB link. So I'll be walking through the application process so you can feel more comfortable applying on your own. Now, if you go to our website at csulb.edu/CalFresh, you will go to our homepage. If you scroll a bit down, you will see that there will be a button that says apply for CalFresh now. Go ahead and click that button. This will take you to our CalFresh CSULB specific unique link so you can apply for CalFresh. And so we can also be able to maintain communication with you throughout the process during the 30-day period or during the 6-month check-in or 1-year check-in. So here you will go ahead and click apply now. And you will see this welcome page explaining how you will submit the application, which will take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. You also have the opportunity to submit any proof at the end of this application, or you can also be prompted to submit the application documentation later on at a more convenient time when you have all the documents. And it also notes that you will be receiving a call from the county within about 2 weeks to have a short 15 to 30-minute interview with the county. An interview is required for you to become eligible and be able to receive benefits. And lastly, it'll show you that you're able to get your EBT card within 30 days. So for example, whatever day you are applying, that'll be day 1, and then count 30 days from then. That'll be your 30-day time frame. So you will need to submit this application, any documents, and have your interview within those 30 days in order for you to be able to receive a decision on approval or denial. Now here we're going to go ahead and get started with the application. Again, it notes that you will be able to complete this in anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. You'll go ahead and click continue. You'll go ahead and enter the zip code, and this zip code will be the zip code in which you are residing, physically living at the moment, whether that is at home with family, on your own, or in the dorms. That is the zip code that you will use. Once you enter your zip code, if you do put a zip code that is borderline between counties, it will give you the choice to apply to either county. It will be up to you if you decide to do LA or Orange County or whatever county it is that you reside in. Now you'll go ahead and click next. It will ask if you want to continue in the English language, or you have the option to switch to a different language which you are more comfortable in. You'll go ahead and click continue, and I'll ask you for some personal information. You'll go ahead and input your first and last name. I also recommend that you enter any middle name or any second last name that you have that is legally on your social security card, as they will be using your social security card as proof of identity. If you prefer a different last name, you can go ahead and click that and put your preferred first name on here. You'll then go ahead and click continue. And now it will confirm how you will be applying. You are able to apply on your own if you fall under a couple of situations. If you are under 22 living in the dorms and also have the 10 meals per week meal plan, you can apply on your own. If you are under 22 living on your own off campus, you can apply on your own. Or if you are under 22 living with roommates, you can also apply on your own as long as you're not buying or prepping food with those roommates. Now, if you are under 22 and living at home, you will have to apply with everybody in your household. If that does apply to you, you will not be applying as a one-person household. You will need to add another person. You will click another person and say, for example, you're applying with your mom. You will go ahead and apply with your mom, enter the name, and go ahead and add another individual. Now, when you go back to this page, it will show that you have 2 people in your household. Now, if you are over 22, you can apply on your own if you are living on your own or with roommates or in the dorms. And if you're over 22 and living at home, you can also have the option of applying on your own, as long as you can say that you buy and prep food by yourself and not with the other individuals in your house. So for this situation, this again is how you add household members. The majority of our students do apply on their own. So I'm going to go ahead and remove. But again, if it does include additional people based on your age, please go ahead and include those people in your household. Now you're going to go ahead and click just me. And then I'll ask if you applied for CalFresh before. If you haven't, go ahead and click no. But if you have applied in the last year, you can always click yes. You can select any of these options listed here, but I do recommend that you just select I want to submit a brand new application. That way it starts from a fresh start for you. Then it'll confirm the household type of application. In this case, a one-person LA County application. That will be the designated county. And then it'll ask if you are receiving supplemental security income or SSI or SSP. This could be Social Security Disability Insurance and state disability insurance that is separate from SSI. So if you recognize the SSI, SSSP acronym, you can go ahead and click yes. Or if not, which the majority of our students are no, you can click no. Also ask if you're 60 or older or if you're getting disability benefits. Go ahead and answer yes or no. I will answer no on my end here. And also verify if you are a U.S. citizen. So for you to be eligible for CalFresh, you have to be a U.S. citizen, a legal permanent resident, a VAWA applicant. You may also be an asylum or refugee seeker or a U visa or T visa holder. But here specifically is asking about if you are a U.S. citizen. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And if you're a college student, for the majority of you, you will select yes, you are a college student. Here in this section, there's a couple of questions that you can check off if they apply to you. If I have a disability, if you're under 18 or over 49 years old, if you're enrolled less than half time, so less than 6 units, if you won't be in school next term, for example, if you'll be graduating this semester, if any of these apply to you, go ahead and select them. If not, you can go ahead and click none and continue. Here is specifically what our college students have to meet. You only have to check off one of these in order to be eligible for college eligibility for CalFresh. So if you have expected family contribution or EFC of 0, you can select that. If you receive work study in your 22 to 23 financial aid application or any future financial aid applications moving forward, you can select that. It is okay if you don't have a work study job yet, as long as you have it awarded on your financial aid award letter, that's perfectly fine. If you have children 12 or younger, you would select that. If you received a Cal Grant A or B, you can select this. And again, you can look at your financial aid award in your CSULB Student Center to see if you do have Cal Grant A or B. Sometimes our students get confused thinking they do have it, when in reality, they have a state university grant, an education opportunity grant, or federal Pell Grant. Those do not qualify students for CalFresh. It does have to be a Cal Grant A or B. If you are working currently 20 or more hours a week, you can select this option. If you're part of a college program that trains you for a job, or LPIE, this means that if you're part of a major program that has some sort of student teaching, field work, medical, clinical hours, or an internship component for you to graduate from that major program, you can select this. If you're not quite sure if your major falls under that, you can always reach out to our team in person at the USC 112, or you can email calfresh@csulb.edu. We can also provide a letter confirming that you're a part of this type of program. So again, you only have to pick one of these. As long as you check out one of these, you are meeting college eligibility for CalFresh. So I'm going to go ahead and just select to receive a Cal Grant A or B. Do you live on campus? If you are living on campus, go ahead and click yes. It will ask if you have a meal plan that covers 11 or more meals. If you put yes, if you have a meal plan like the 210 meal plan or higher, where you have more than 10 meals a week, you will want to put yes. But that also means that you will not be eligible for CalFresh, because students that do have more than 10 meals a week are considered to have sufficient food resources while they're in college. Now, if you have the 10 meals per week meal plan, you'll click no for this question, since we want to make sure that you're eligible for CalFresh. And then here you will want to put if you live with your parents. In case you are living on campus, you put no. But if you are, again, applying with an extended household, you'll put yes. Now here it's asking if you're a seasonal migrant farm worker. Go ahead and click yes or no. And now we're going to go into the income section. This is step 2 of 5 of this CalFresh application. Here it'll ask if you have a job. If you have a job, you will select yes. If your job is a work study job on campus, you do not need to include that as a job, so you can put no in this question. And if you have a job off campus, you will also select yes. So do I have a job? I'm going to go ahead and select yes for now. And then it will ask if your job in the past 30 days had income coming from either freelance, independent contractor, or self-employment work. They do provide some examples here for you to be able to understand what this means. So if you are doing Uber or DoorDash, have your own business, your online store, your dog walking, you would want to put yes here and ensure that you enter that income as well. If you're not in this category, then you can go ahead and select no. Okay. And then I'll ask if you have a job that you have lost in the last 30 days. If you have, go ahead and say yes. If not, you can go ahead and say no. And then it will ask how many jobs you have. Some of you may just have one, but if you have more than one job, go ahead and select 1 or 2 jobs on there. For now, select just one, and then it'll ask if you have a difference in pay month to month. You can always put, I'm not sure, or no if your pay is pretty consistent, or yes if it does tend to change month to month. I'm gonna go ahead and just put no, that it is pretty consistent and doesn't change a lot month to month. And then it'll ask us if you want to provide the exact amount of your pay stubs or your hourly wage. Typically, our students don't have the pay stubs ready to go, but if you do, you can provide the exact amount, but it's fine if you go ahead and select provide my hourly wage. I'm going to go ahead and put here's hourly wage is $16 an hour and that I work about 12 hours per week. And I'm going to go ahead and click continue. What this will do, it will then calculate how much I earn based on my hourly wage and the hours per week in the last 30 days. This should be accurate to what my pay stubs should read, but once you upload your pay stubs and the caseworker takes a look at it, they will adjust as needed to ensure that everything is accurate based on the documents you submitted. Now, it does ask, do you think you'll make less money this month? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. That I do expect to make less money each month because of having to focus on finals and not being able to work, for example, or being more busy with internships, clubs, etc. So I'm going to put that I'm going to be making $400 less, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a note, monthly income expected to decrease due to finals week and reduction in hours during winter break. So you can write a brief description on here of why you feel you're going to have a reduction of hours. If for some reason you feel that the income will be the same, you can always select no, and then these next questions will not pop up. Then I'll ask if you're receiving unemployment benefits. If you are receiving unemployment benefits from the state, go ahead and say yes, and not go ahead and click no. And then I'll also ask if you're receiving any income from the following resources. You will see here there's a couple of income sources that you can be obtaining money from. Please go through this list, and if any of these apply to you, please go ahead and select yes, including the monthly cash from family or friends. So if you receive monthly cash from family or friends, that's about the same amount consistently every month from a parent or a family member. To help with anything related to school or even rent or utility expenses, you also want to include yes as that question. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. In a scenario that I am receiving money from my family, I'll go ahead and put that I received $300 here from my family to help me with rent. And that number would change depending on what other, income sources you can see on the list that apply to you. It will ask if you pay court-ordered child support. I'm going to go ahead and put no. And then I'll summarize that I get income from a job, $831 a month, $300 from other sources, which is my family, and that I expect to get only $400 in future income due to loss of hours because of the winter break. So I'm going to say that is correct, and it lets me know that I may be eligible for CalFresh. And now we're going to part 3, where it talks about expenses and deductions. So first, they're going to ask me how much do I pay in rent. I'm going to go ahead and put that I pay $500 in rent for now, but you can put whatever it is that you are paying in rent if you are paying rent. And then I'll ask if I am contributing to utilities, and these are the only utilities that they will take into account. They won't take into account car note, car insurance, internet bills, any other loans, anything like that. So if you are paying any of these, you can go ahead and select it. I'm just going to put that I pay cell phone or landline, and that is it. Then it's going to ask if I pay for any type of daycare or after school program for a child or dependent. I'm going to go ahead and put no for this question. And then I will summarize again my expenses, $500 in rent, and that I pay cell phone or landline. And that is also correct. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. It will let me know that I, as a household of one, may be eligible for up to $281. That $281 is the max you can get per month for CalFresh, and it does depend on your income. So the more you are making, the less you will get of $281. The less you're making, the more you get of that $281. Now we're going to go ahead into a little bit more personal information. I have my first and last name. It will ask me for my birthday information, and then enter the date. Let me change that to a little bit of a later date. And then I'll ask for my preferred gender. I will go ahead and put female, and then I'll enter your social security number on here. Make sure you enter that here, because this is the way that they will be able to identify you and your application. And then you'll put in the phone number that you wish for them to use to call for that interview. And again, you'll receive an interview within 2 weeks after you submit this application. You also input your email address in here for the record, and you go ahead and click continue. And then here you'll select how or what is your living situation. So I'm going to go ahead and put rent on my own, but you also have these other options to select from if you wish. And then you'll enter your CSULB as your school that you're applying through. And then we'll enter our address of where it is again that you're physically living at. Here you can choose to select the yes, you can send mail here, but you can also, if you select no, I use a different address for mail, because sometimes that is the case. Like if you are living on campus and you prefer that your mail be sent to your home, you can also go ahead and enter that information as well. Okay. And you will go ahead and enter the address here. Okay. And the zip code. Okay. And this will be the address that they use for you to receive any mailed letters versus the address that you physically residing in. Here you have the option to put any time preferences. So for example, I can put Monday to Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is best time for me. You can input as many days and times as you like. However, this doesn't guarantee that the county will call you during these times. Always be open to answering that phone call from a blocked, spam, unknown number at any time. So you can make sure to have that interview. If you happen to miss the interview, then you will become responsible for calling LA County to have that interview. And you should be prepared to be on the phone for about 1 hour to 4 hours to have that call. Again, this interview is very important. If it is missed or not completed, then you will be denied and you'll have to reapply again. Okay. And now this will ask you if you want to receive email or text message confirmations or reminders from CalFresh. You can select one or select both. Just know that moving forward, this is the only time that you will use getcalfresh.org. You will get notifications from getcalfresh.org on reminders such as your 6-month check-in, but please do not use this website. You will then be moving forward after this day, be using benefitscal.com for LA County or mybenefitscalwin.org for Orange County, San Diego, or Riverside. So just keep that in mind. And then it'll confirm your phone number and your email. And this question is asking if you want to add another person, which you would include their information and picture ID. So they are able to speak on your behalf, or they're able to use your benefits for you in case if for some reason you're not capable of doing that for yourself. Majority of students select no here, and it will be up to you if you want to add another individual. Here, if you're able to, and what we do here on campus, you will write a note where we put CalFresh eligible due to receiving Cal Grant A or B, which is the option that I picked. If there is something else that applies to you, for example, CalFresh eligible due to being part of an LPIE program, Master of Social Work, student verification letter uploaded. Whatever you want to put on here, you can put as it pertains to your college eligibility or any other notes you want to provide to the caseworker. Then those will be the little stuff talking about how you use Get CalFresh to apply, how you will move forward be using these 2 websites to manage your account, manage your benefits. None of the information you enter will impact you or anybody else's immigration status. This is also stating that everything you've inputted is accurate and true, and that you will make sure to check in at the 6-month and the year mark to maintain your benefits. And you are also required to check in 10 days into any changes that pertain to address changes, increase or decrease in income or household size. So you go ahead and click agree and continue. And then this question allows Cal State Long Beach to be able to have information as it relates to your email and contact information. And we use this to make sure that we are able to remind you of the 6-month yearly check-in and provide any updates to you for CalFresh throughout the year. And then this question allows us, if we needed to speak to the county that you're a part of to get clarification on your case if you ever run into any issues. We're not able to resolve, make changes, make appointments, make updates to your account, but we can get details on what's going on and advise you on next steps so you are able to continue with the process. And then here is where you would sign your full legal name and upload the application. Because this is a sample, I'm going to go ahead and not submit it, but this is kind of the end of the application section of the CalFresh. And then once you submit, then you will go ahead and see a window that lists the types of documents that you are required to upload in order for you to complete this process. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for a moment so you can go ahead and see a sample of that. So you can see what it looks like. What we do on our end, we tend to send this email to let you know what you should be uploading it. We simply copy and paste it from our computer that we've been sharing with you. And then we go ahead and have you submit it at your convenience when you have gathered all the documents. If during our appointment or during the time that you apply, you have everything available to you, you can upload it right at this moment, right after you click submit. So that's the great part about it. You can either do it here or you can do it later when you have some time. So the screen that pops up is this screen here. And let me just reshare to make sure that I'm sharing the right one. This is what the next page looks like when you submit. It'll say, remember, your application can be approved until you submit proof. So list exactly what they want. A copy of your ID in this case, I'll pay stubs from the last 30 days, a proof of income, not from a job. This would be my parents giving me $300 and I would have to write a statement stating that they give it to me, when they give it to me, for what purpose, proof of housing expenses, so rental expenses, a copy of a financial aid award letter, a copy of the class schedule, and it says submit proof as much as you can before your interview. And we also recommend that. That way, when they do call you, they have everything they need. So this is everything that the CalFresh application wants me to upload. And I will go back here to getcalfresh.org/docs when I already have everything to upload it, if I don't upload it right at this moment when I hit submit. Now, once you come back to this page, if you choose to come back, it will ask for your personal information, like your name, birth date, zip code, maybe social security number, and they will prompt you on submitting each one. So it will go ahead and put submit your ID. You'll upload a picture, PDF, whatever it is you'd like, and then you'll click next and it'll say upload your pay stubs for the last 30 days. And then you'll click continue and it'll say upload your proof of income, not from a job. So it will prompt you little by little to upload each one until you upload everything. So it's very easy to navigate. And then once you upload all your documents, whether you do it at that moment or come back, that's up to you. But then whether you bypass it or do it at that moment, the last page will be a question on whether or not you want to go ahead and get information on registering to vote, if you've already done that, or if you are not interested. So if that is the case, once you answer those questions, the last piece will be a confirmation page that you will see. And we, on our site here at Cal State Long Beach, will also copy and paste and email that to you. But if you are not doing with us, again, you can copy and paste it to your email and just save it for yourself. But it will say your CalFresh application has been successfully submitted to Orange County, and on what day. And it'll kind of break down the process again that you saw in the beginning about the call, about uploading your documents, about how you will receive your BT card if you are approved. And typically it comes in 2 pieces of mail. One is the card, one is the PIN, and then you activate it. And if you run into issues receiving your BT card, you can always reach out to us at calfresh@csulb.edu. But this will be your confirmation page. As of this date, for example, you will be getting your 30-day cycle. So in this particular case, this application submitted on 12/12. The application approval or denial will happen by January 12th at the 30-day mark. So this is kind of the end of what you will see. And then again, all you have to do is make sure that you submit the documents and that you have that interview in the 2-week mark. Again, by using our unique CSULB link, it allows you to stay in contact with us, and it allows us to check in with you at the 2-week mark, at the month mark, to see what happened, and also make sure that you're maintaining the benefits through the 6-month and the year period check-in. If you guys have any question, you can always come to the University Student Union. We're in the first floor, room 112, or you can email us at calfresh@csulb.edu. If you are more interested in getting someone from our team to help you upload and submit the application, you can go to our website at csulb.edu/calfresh to make an appointment. You can select either eligibility or application, and we can go ahead and help you submit the application virtually or also in person if that is what you prefer. Thank you so much for listening to this short video. And if you need anything else, please reach out to us.